This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified series Footloose figure. As we can see, he does look more like a more traditional member of the military service. On the side, we see him giving the peace sign. He definitely looks like he belongs in like the Vietnam War era when you look at him. On the other side, we get the little informational thingies. And of course, on the back, we get the product shots, and he is holding a bazooka. And I look at this, and just looking at the image here, I'm not sure it's the same bazooka that we've gotten previously. It might be a new item, but we won't know until we open it up, which let's do that right now. It seems we are still using soft plastic on the weapons. I thought they were supposed to stop doing that. Oh wait, he does come with a more traditional, is this actually, I don't know what this is, but I'm pretty sure this is actually a real weapon. Oh, my brain is just going fuzzy, though. I don't know what kind of rifle it is. He's got his backpack. We've got a military knife, which fits up in the little sheath there on his chest. We have a pistol. Which fits in the thing on the side there. And this is actually a belt again this time, unlike some of the previous ones that I've looked at where it was sculpted into the clothing. And yes, this is a new bazooka for him. You can see the little the teeth there. I'm not sure what they're going for, if that's supposed to be a shark or a tiger or something. It is solid in the middle, so nothing slides out. He does have, again, a more traditional looking bazooka round that fits in the front like so. This is actually probably why there's something back there, so that doesn't slide all the way back. And it actually does look pretty nice, honestly. I think it looks I mean, it is a more, like I said, it is a more traditional bazooka and not the kind of gripped one that the character of Bazooka carries, as well as a number of his tank troopers. And then we have his helmet, which is unfortunately kind of smashed about from inside. He's also got sculpted in place that looks like the drop down range finding. I don't know. Those are supposed to be binoculars, probably, or potentially night vision goggles. And previously on a lot of these figures, that's been a separate piece that would hinge up and down. It does not on his. Before we put that in place, though, let's go ahead and take a look at his head sculpt. He's got a more traditional 80s style mustache, which makes sense since he was an 80s figure originally. I think that's supposed to be a 4-leaf clover on the side there. It's kind of hard to tell because it's not particularly well done. Oh, hey, I didn't even see this. There's a round or an extra clip in his thing. I think it's glued in place. Or it's sculpted in place and painted. That's kind of weird too, because we've had previous figures that have come with extra clips and had them actually slide in place. So, but yeah, I am pretty sure that is actually just painted, like the extra pouches there on the back. I'm trying to figure out if he's got a boob cut or Oh, it looks like a boob cut. I can see the line there. And I don't see the... No, wait. Hold on. It's an ab crunch. He does have an ab crunch, not a boob cut. His vest here, harness, did a really good job of covering that up. His watch is still a separate piece, as is the little... It looks like it's a paracord bracelet, actually. Okay, so let's go ahead and put his helmet in place. Take a look at that. His helmet does have a little headset and microphone built into it so that he can talk to everybody. Doesn't look too bad on him. I think, though, that if they weren't going to make this removable and adjustable, they should have just left this off, in my opinion. But what do you guys think about that? The straps on his helmet do go both above and below the chin to help hold it in place. Looks like the ear headset goes on both sides too, built into the helmet. Got a little pack on the back as well. They tried to make it look like he's got like little fake foliage on there to help him blend in. It actually looks pretty good, to be honest with you. I like it. Articulation wise, of course, he's got the head on the ball joint with a little bit of ability to move there. The bottom of the neck moves better than some of the previous ones I've looked at recently, so that's good. Head can spin all around, look down, look up, look sideways, look up sideways, look down sideways. The helmet does move a bit. We have a pretty wide range with the butterfly joint. The arm spins all around, hinges up and hinges down, and hinges up and hinges down. Bicep cuts, a G.I. Joe tradition. Double jointed elbows, giving us actually a really good, a good squeeze there. Wrist spins. We have the up and down wrist articulation, and it moves pretty nicely on him. Again, unlike some of the more recent figures I've looked at. And he's got the in and out on the other side, which has also happened recently more often. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they're not just giving us 2 sets of hands at this point with the... Well, no, I'm not surprised because they're cheaping out, right? But I'm surprised. It's just, I would think if they're going to go ahead and give us one of each like this, they might as well just give us both hands moving up, down, and side to side. You know what I mean? We already talked about the ab crunch when I was trying to figure out if there was one there. He does have the waist swivel, and he can rotate it all around because of the design. And his stuff just all rotated around the wrong way. He's got drop-down hips. I think we are still kind of in a little lacking of the up and down on those, so they're a little bit smaller than what I think we've had a lot lately. Or the smaller one seems to be happening a lot lately, but previously it seemed like we had a better range there. We still have the thigh cut. And with the camouflage, it actually works out so that it's not as noticeable as it is on some of them when you spin it. He has the like built-in knee pad things on the front, it seems like, with a discoloration there. We can bend the knee all around in a double joint so he can kick his own butt. He does have a boot cut at the bottom, or I guess this would be an ankle cut if you get right down to it. There's actually stirrups built into here too. Of course, they don't go all the way to the bottom, but they probably do help keep his pants in place when he's doing stuff. We have the hinge at the foot and the spin. So we got some pretty normal articulation in the foot this time. Unfortunately, the backpack is not designed to hold any other weaponry. So you can put his bazooka back there like so, and his rifle in hand. Ah, if you wanted. Or I'm trying to think though, what is the... Because if I think the way this is supposed to go would be, you would be kind of holding it kind of like this in order to launch the bazooka. But of course, unfortunately, it does not seem like we can actually rotate his arms all the way it should be. He would also most likely... I want to say something like this is what the pose would be for this style of bazooka, which I think is actually, again, more the traditional style. I can kind of see why they added handheld stuff, though, on the other ones, because this is awkward as hell to try to do. And this is another one of those times where they probably should have given us hands designed specifically to work with this. Because all this just looks really awkward now. Of course, if you've used the bazooka from the 80s, please let me know if this is correct, or, if I'm wrong, or if I'm roughly correct with this. But yeah, this is, I feel like, what I've seen in war movies, which again may not necessarily be accurate. But overall, man, I think he looks good for recreating that kind of 80s look to him. I think they did an excellent job on Footloose here. And of course, we do have the card from the 80s we can go over. Infantry Trooper, codename Footloose. File name Meyers Andrew D. SN number. Primary military specialty infantry. Secondary military specialty special services. Basketball coach. Place of birth Gary, Indiana, grade E4. Meyers was valedictorian of his high school class, captain of the track team, and an Eagle Scout. He was going for his degree in phys ed on a state scholarship when he suddenly dropped out, moved to the coast, and became quite weird for about 3 years. He was standing on the boardwalk in Venice, pondering something cosmic, when utter pointlessness of his existence hit him between the eyes like a runaway freight train. I think I'll join the army, he said, and promptly did. Took basic and AIT at Fort Benning, graduated jump school and desert training unit, qualified expert on all NATO and Warsaw Pact small arms. Some of the Joes think that Footloose is all out there, but all he's trying to do is find himself. He's an all-American boy who got lost on his way to the fair, and he's simply trying to go home any which way he can. Most folks think they know who they are and where they're going. They're the dangerous ones. So yeah, that's Footloose in a nutshell, I guess. So the figure looks good. I don't think they quite had that personality, though, when they did him in the TV show, which I don't think he was in a lot of episodes. And I'm not familiar with this character in the comics very well. But overall, the figure itself looks good. I'm going to like having him in my collection. I think he'll fit right in. I'm kind of wondering if maybe what I should do with my display with these guys is put the actual more traditional-looking Army characters all together as a squad, and then some of the other ones off to the side and so forth. But go ahead and let me know what you guys think of Footloose in the comments below. And again, as I mentioned before, if I got the way this works wrong, please let me know and correct me. And if you enjoyed this look at Footloose, please feel free to bazooka that like button. And if you want to hear more of my nonsense, please feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Peace and love.